Place a humble pie for us. You know, we're kind of rolling at 7-1 and starting to, you know, listen to the chatter maybe a little too much. So I think this will be a good thing for us. We'll regroup, go back home, and play another good team before the bye.
Shannon, how do you explain what happened
I
to
can't wait for this.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
Same thing that's happened to every great quarterback that's ever played this game.
Oh.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Oh.
And we saw it last night. And look, that's the recipe for any great quarterback. If you can get to him, Skip, and I was shocked. Actually, for me, Skip, for me, this was a bigger shock. What the Chargers did to Aaron Rodgers was more of a shock than what Baltimore did to Tom Brady.
Huh.
Because I did not think, Skip, they got two premier tackles, Balaga on the right and Bakhtiari on the left. And Melvin Ingram, who just coming back, and Joey Bosa ate their lunch. They took it with 4. If you can if you can pressure the quarterback with 4 and drop 7 in coverage, it's going to be a long day. And they were relentless.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa was relentless. Melvin Ingram was relentless. And I'm surprised at how the kind of pressure that that 4-man front could get. Skip, we sit here like, we know the Chargers are better. You say your record on what you say, Skip, they're better than that record. They should not have lost to Tennessee. They should fumble the ball with the 3rd goal from they fumbled the ball in the end zone. They should have lost that. They should have lost to Detroit. This is a good football team. And sometimes Anthony Lynn had to shake things up. He ended up firing his offensive coordinator, Ken Wisenhunt. They got back, they ran the football, Skip. 38 rushes, 159 yards, 4.2 a carry. Phillip Rivers, 21 of 28. You see? He was throwing the ball 45, 50 times. My homeboy, A. Lynn, says, hey, nah, run this thing.
Oh, he's your homeboy.
You know, A. Lynn, yeah, you know me, A. Lynn go way back.
Okay.
Yeah, we won some games together. Got him his first job in the league. So
You got him his
got first job.
You're
Yeah.
taking credit for that?
Yeah. He'll tell you. You know, I'm having come. He gonna tell you the story. He tell the story all the time. But Skip, when you can run the ball like they ran the ball, Phillip Rivers was 21 of 28, 294, no 2 sacks. He didn't turn the ball over because you know Phillip Rivers had started to turn into a turnover machine himself. Skip, he was putting the ball in harm's way an awful lot. But yesterday was all about the Chargers' defense and the pressure they were able to generate on Aaron Rodgers that rendered him ineffective. Aaron throws a lot off his back foot, and he can get away with it, Skip, because he's still very accurate. But with that pressure, he skipped a couple of passes. He wasn't able to, I was like, woo! And you can see, and it's like anything, Skip. If, you know, you're a receiver and you go across the middle and the guy tag you pretty good and you don't catch the ball, okay, yeah, they biting out here today, Jenny. Ooh, the thing go. And Ingram and Bosa, they saw they were getting to him, and they just kept coming. They kept coming. But like Aaron said, hey, it's humble pie.
Yeah.
Skip, you go on the road, you beat Dallas. You go on the road, you beat Kansas City. Even though it's out with Mahomes, they still have those weapons. You beat Minnesota. So you beat some team. You're like, yeah, we all right. We all right. No, you're not. You're not out of the woods just yet. But Green Bay's still a good team. The Chargers are not as bad as their record would indicate, but pressure. The pressure was unrelenting, and it forced Aaron into some bad plays yesterday.
So I ask everyone to listen carefully to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
If Dak Prescott had one game remotely as bad as Aaron Rodgers had yesterday,
He did.
I would never hear the end of
He
it.
did, Green Bay.
No, he did not.
He had 3 picks.
He
like
threw
Green
for
Bay was
463 yards in that game.
Down
He
31-3.
threw for 323 in the second half of that game and
New
nearly
Orleans.
brought him all the way back from 31 to 3
The
down.
Jets.
Aaron Rodgers scored 11 total points
Your guy
yesterday.
scored 10.
It's my turn.
Okay, my bad.
Thank you.
Right. You're right. You're right.
Aaron Rodgers had the worst QBR of any quarterback who played from Thursday night through Sunday.
Bottom.
This whole week, no quarterback remotely had as bad a QBR, except for one guy, as Aaron Rodgers. He had a 14. Mitchell Trubisky had an 18 at Philly. At Philly. And we know how bad Mitchell Trubisky is. Aaron Rodgers had a worse QBR than Mitchell Trubisky. In the first half, Aaron Rodgers, the transcendent thrower of the football, says the man across from me, threw for a grand total of 35 yards. I give you pressure, but if we're talking about pressure, well, then Tom Brady gets a pass for last night because he rarely had time to step into his throws. They were all over him. And I told you, Dak Prescott took the worst beating at the Jets that I have seen a quarterback take since Brett Favre took it from Greg Williams' defense in the Bounty Bowl game in the NFC Championship game that led to that Super Bowl win for the New Orleans Saints. So this was horrendously bad. This was way worse than Dak Prescott ever thought about being. And by the way, he still leads the league.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson got it.
Did it?
Russell Wilson got it.
Oh, I'm glad you
379
brought
with
up
5
Russell
TDs.
Wilson.
Look it up. Russell
Yeah.
Wilson in the catbird seat.
But guess what? Russell Wilson did it yesterday against Tampa Bay, the 31st ranked pass defense.
Oh, so now that's what we so that's not what we do?
So which is it for MVP? Because you had Aaron Rodgers slightly ahead. Yes, you did.
No,
You
I
had
did
him.
not. No.
You were pushing. You said he's coming.
He is.
almost
He
there.
was. But I said Russell.
He is or was. I think you just made it past him.
Russell, I said Russell is still the nod. If I had to vote today, I used to, I used to be a voter.
Yeah.
Got it right every time.
Every
but anyway,
time.
as I was saying, Russell Wilson, 22-1, and Skip, they cannot win a game. We've seen other teams win games without their quarterback playing well. We've even seen the Packers win a game without Rodgers playing well. We've seen the Patriots win a game without Rodgers playing well. I mean, without Brady playing well. They're not winning without Russ. And another thing, don't count old Lamar Jackson out either, because he up there sniffing around the MVP trophy himself.
I would let him sniff before I'd let the other two sniff. I might give him the edge right
There you
now
go.
because I still need to see Russell Wilson do it to somebody who really counts and who is really legit.
But you
because Tampa Bay is not legit, especially with their pass defense. They're no good. He should have done what he did to them. He should have done it even earlier. He did it late, but he always does it.
But here's the thing. But look at his defense. It wasn't like Seattle was just like the 85 Bears. He had to, Skip, he has to be spectacular or they're not winning.
Okay. So can we please stop it with the Aaron Rodgers MVP talk, please?
No.
Pretty please?
No.
Because I kept telling you.
17-1.
He did it.
17-2.
He played the greatest game of his career against a Raiders defense that Pro Football Focus ranked going into that game dead last in the league. Really? That's all you got?
But here's the thing,
then,
though.
then he goes to Kansas City and he does it against a Chiefs defense that's down 5 starters in that game. 5 starters. And he throws one pass that was the luckiest regular season pass in history,
No, it wasn't.
in which he goes no look, sidearm, fall away. And he says, I was actually trying to hit Jimmy Graham, and he overthrew him by 10 yards. And it's a touchdown to Jamal Williams. So that's the role he was on, and it just got stopped by the Chargers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remind you, on Friday, I sat right here and I said, the Chargers will win that game. I told you that. And not only did they win it, but they exposed Aaron Rodgers as a fraudulent MVP candidate.
So hold on.
Fraudulent.
Just so
He's tumbling in QBR.
just for me. So is Tom Brady still an MVP candidate?
No, I never said he was.
Oh, yeah, you said he should be up there. You said he should be up there. Oh, Pro Football Focus, through the first 3 weeks of the season,
Well, I said then.
Tom Brady.
I didn't say it last week.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said it no weeks.
Okay.
But here's what I'm having a hard time understanding.
There you go, changing the subject
No,
back
but
to Tom Brady.
this is what I have a hard time understanding, is that everybody tries to minimize when a quarterback plays well. It's like, okay, yeah, but he didn't do it. He did against this team. Look at New England's defense. I've been trying to say that you can only do it against who you play. Well, they can only do it against who playing.
Okay. So Russell Wilson, so far, he's been really great. But now he's got 2 games left against San Francisco.
Yep.
Starting a week from tonight on Monday Night Football. That one's in San Francisco. Let's see how he does against that defense on that stage.
I tell you what he will do. He'll do better than Kyler Murray.
I thought Kyler Murray was really
I
good.
mean, well, if you thought he did good, Russ going to be spectacular.
Yeah, Kyler Murray was poised to win that game, except Jimmy G ate the clock and didn't give him the ball back. He did not get last at bat.
Well, here's the thing, though, Skip Bayless. When you get the ball, do something with it.
Oh, well, he was doing a whole lot
No,
in
he
the
wasn't.
second half. Yes, he was.
24-14. What was the final score? Wasn't he down by like 2 scores? There it is again.
28-25.
Yeah, he was down 28-14 at one
But
point.
he was on fire in the second half, as usual. And that brings me to the last game of the season, December 29th at Seattle, is San Francisco at Seattle. So let's
That's a
see.
good one.
Russell Wilson
Wow.
has 2 big chances to say, I'm the MVP this year.
Oh,
Right?
right now it's him and Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Don't think about my man C. Mac giving work.
So you got him up there?
Oh yeah, he has to be up there.
Oh, up there? And my man Dak Prescott gets his chance tonight.
Oh,
Yep.
This is it.
He hasn't
tonight.
had his chance. He hasn't played his, what week are we in, 8 or 9?
9.
9. He hasn't had his week 9 chance yet.
This
Skip.
is it.
Yeah.
Really? Against the Giants.
Yeah, for
Hey.
Aaron Rodgers, it was week
gotta
9 as
have a
in
game.
W-E-A-K 9. Week 9. He was W-E-A-K. He was just weak.
Oh,
Okay,
you have
what-
been waiting
what-
so
what-
long.
I just thought of that off my.
Yeah, what
Top of
about
my
well, Aaron Rodgers scored 11 points. I know a game in which your guy scored 10.
Really?
Caught an
11
about that.
points by a transcendent thrower of the football?
The guy that's leading the QBR
Wow.
scored 10 points?
Well, he's still leading in QBR.
No,
He gets his chance tonight.
It's coming down. It's coming down.
I know we were busy watching a lot of football over the weekend. Did you see what the
I've been waiting for
Lakers
this. Let's get
were
back.
up to?
I've been waiting for this. Let's get
I
back.
know Shannon was
cannot wait
watching.
for this.
Only now seeing
Yeah.
the dominant
Here
version
we
of
go.
LeBron that we are
Stay
used to
tuned,
seeing.
please.
I have a feeling this one's
Yeah.
going to be fun.
Yep.
Stay with us.
Here we go.